the U.S. government and jealous Negroes in the black community. First, the day Malcolm left us, the day after the Honorable Frederick Douglass left us on February the 20th, Brother Brendan Deppa attacked a teacher's aide. I want y'all to remember that. Aide, not the teacher, but the teacher's aide. There's a reason I'm drawing that distinction. I'm going to say it again. He didn't attack the classroom teacher. He attacked the classroom teacher's aide. I want y'all to stay with me tonight, brothers and sisters, because we're about to walk through this. I hope y'all ready to walk through this with me. I hope y'all ready to walk through this with me, because what we're not going to do, is let the state of Florida lynch this brother legally. We're not going to let them do that. We're not going to let them do that. This brother can get up to 30 years. This child can get up to 30 years in prison. Do you know what that means, brothers and sisters? That means he will not be getting out of jail until he's almost 50 years old. He will not be getting out of jail until he's almost 50 years old. He will not be getting out of jail until he is almost 50 years old. And I submit to the court of public opinion. I submit to the state of Florida. I submit to the State Department of Education of Florida. I submit to the principal and administration of Matanzas High School of the Flagler School District. I submit to the superintendent of the Flagler School District, and I submit to the Board of Education for Flagler Schools that Brendan Deppa was a victim, and that he was more of a victim than that woman who unfortunately was attacked. I want to say that again. Brendan Deppa is the biggest victim in this case. And when I'm done breaking this case down, brothers and sisters, when I'm done breaking this case down, brothers and sisters, when I'm done breaking this case down, you're going to agree with me. And you're going to agree with me that the state of Florida violated this young man's civil rights, educational rights, and mental health rights. When I'm done tonight, you're going to agree with me that the Flagler School District of Florida violated this young man's civil rights, his educational rights, and his mental health rights. When I'm done tonight, you're going to agree with me that the school board of Flagler Schools, the superintendent, every school board member, and the chair violated this man's educational rights, civil rights, and mental health rights. This is Attorney Ifa Tunde. This is Attorney Ifa Tunde. And I want to submit to the court, before I present my evidence, that this young man needs to go free, and that the Flagler School District and the Matanzas High School and the State Department of Education for Florida owes this man compensatory education. They owe him restitution for exploiting him, abusing him, never properly educating him, or providing him with the appropriate mental health care. And I'm also going to say that his white foster parents, I got to say it, if we're going to be honest, we're going to be honest tonight. I must also say respectfully to his white foster parents. Respectfully, I must say to Brother Brendan Deppa's white foster parents, you failed this young black boy. You failed him as much as the school failed him. You failed him as much as Flagler School District failed him. You failed him as much as his teacher, his principal. You failed him as much as all of the white racist institutions in the state of Florida failed this young man. I have to say that. No disrespect, because I know y'all are up in age, but I got to call a spade a spade. This young man has been your foster child since he was an infant. This young man has been your foster child since he was an infant. This young man has been your foster child since he was an infant. And according to what I've researched, and forgive me for not having all the information, but I believe I have enough information here, given my experience, expertise, and training in the field of mental health. Remember, I am a doctor of clinical psychology. I am trained in the effective diagnosis and evaluation and treatment of mental illness. I am a certified school psychologist. I am trained and experienced in the effective evaluation and classification of mental health disabilities in the school system. So you're dealing with an expert, 25 plus years in the game I've been. And to Brendan's foster parents, you failed this young man. You failed him. I don't even know why y'all bothered to be foster parents, and y'all was not going to look out for this black boy. I hope y'all didn't exploit him for money. I hope y'all didn't exploit him for money. I'm not going to spend too much time on y'all because y'all not the biggest issue here. Y'all not the biggest issue here because even though y'all might have exploited this young black man for money, because we all know in the foster care system, the black children with the most problems get the most money. We all know in the foster care system, black children with the most problems get the most money. We already know in the foster care system, black children with the most problems get the most money. And so based on what I see, respectfully, to Brendan's white foster parents, y'all used them, got paid off of this young black boy, and you didn't do a damn thing to protect him from that racist mental health and educational system down there in the state of Florida. Now, with that, we're going to get started. But I first want to let everybody know you need to hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. We got a school to build. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the Cash App. We're about to get into the court case. This is attorney Ifatunde defending my client, Brendan Deppa, against the school district of Flagler, the Mantazas High School, the State Department of Education for Florida, and the mental health system for the state of Florida and Palm Coast, Florida. I'm the attorney tonight. I'm the attorney tonight. I'm the attorney tonight. Hit your PayPal for my international Africans, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit the PayPal for the international Africans, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Brothers and sisters, tomorrow, Art of Dialogue podcast interview. Tomorrow, Art of Dialogue podcast interview. Next Wednesday and HBCU Delaware State. Next Wednesday and Thursday, HBCU Delaware State Black Farmers Conference. Wednesday and Thursday. If you need the link to register, just text me. If you need the link to register, just text me. Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland. I will see you Friday, November the 10th. Baltimore, Maryland. I will see you Friday, November the 10th. Doors open up at 5 o'clock. The lecture will be from 6 until 8. And in Baltimore, brothers and sisters, we will be at the Urban Reads Bookstore, 3008 Greenmont Avenue. Urban Read Bookstore in Baltimore, 3008 Greenmont Avenue. And then the next day, 1111. 1111. Saturday, 1111. Join me at the NatTurnerLibrary.com. Join me in Emporia, Virginia, when we celebrate Nat Turner in the Army and all of our great African ancestors who paid the ultimate cost for black liberation. They say Veterans Day, or we celebrating our veterans of the African Liberation War. Veterans Day, or we got our own Veterans Day, but we celebrate it on 11/11. We got our own Veterans Day where we celebrate Gabriel Prosser and Denmark Vesey and Toussaint L'Ouverture and Jean-Jacques Dessalines and Bookman and Mac Condal and George and Jonathan Jackson, Fred Hampton, our apprentice Bunchy Carter, John Huggins. Oh yeah, we got our Veterans Day where we celebrate the black veterans of the African Revolutionary War Front. So that will be on Saturday, Nat Turner Land. Chicago, I will see you on the 16th, but that's for an interview. I will not be lecturing. Chicago, I will see you on the 16th, but that's for an interview. I will not be lecturing. Memphis, Tennessee, Saturday, November the 25th, Black Parent Boot Camp. Memphis, Tennessee, Saturday, November the 25th, Black Parent Know Your School Rights Boot Camp. We will be at 2234 Lamar Avenue in Memphis. 2234 Lamar Avenue in Memphis, Saturday, November the 25th. Norwood, Massachusetts, where my New England Africans at. Norwood, Massachusetts, where my New England Africans at. Norwood, Massachusetts, where my New England Africans at. Norwood, Massachusetts, Thursday, November the 30th, 5 until 9. And we will be at Revent Space 884 Washington Street. Revent Space 884 Washington Street. That is Norwood, Massachusetts, Thursday night, November the 30th. If you need the flyer, text my cell. You all know the number, 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. Omaha, Nebraska, where y'all at? Where my Nebraska Africans at one time? Where my Nebraska Africans at? Omaha, I'm coming back on Saturday, December the 2nd. And in Omaha, Nebraska, doors open up at 3 o'clock on Saturday, December the 2nd. And we will be at 4224 North 24th Street in Omaha, Nebraska. 4224 North 24th Street, Omaha, Nebraska on Saturday, December the 2nd. Kansas City, Missouri, and Kansas City, Kansas. Where y'all at? With my Kansas City, Kansas, and my Kansas City, Missouri Africans. I will see you on Sunday, December the 3rd in Kansas City, Missouri. Doors open up at 3 o'clock in Kansas City, Missouri, Sunday, December the 3rd, and we will be at Deja Vu. We will be at Deja Vu, 4926 Swope Parkway, SWOPE, 4926 Swope Parkway, Kansas City, Missouri, Sunday, December the 3rd, 3 p.m. Black Parent Advocate book signing, power lecture, HBCU Dell State, let's get it. Baltimore, Maryland, let's get it. Nat Turner Land, let's get it. Memphis, Tennessee, let's get it. Norwood, Massachusetts, let's get it. Omaha, Nebraska, let's get it. Kansas City, Missouri, let's get it. If you need the flyer, text my cell. And let me say this. I need some flyers done, and I shouldn't have to pay for the work that I do. I need some flyers. If there's anybody out there who designs flyers and you're willing to donate a flyer, text my phone. I will send you the information. I need flyers for all the events I just listed. If you are a graphic designer and you don't mind throwing a flyer together for Dr. Umar for one of these events, text my phone. I will send you the info. I should not have to pay for flyers with all the work that I put in for African people and African children. 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858. Now let's get to business. Let's get to